everybody. I am so excited to see you guys again. We are here for another fantastic YMC Live. And guys, we have a very special guest. You guys know her, you love her, you followed her entire twin pregnancy. I won't hold her hand the whole time, but I'm not letting go right now.
I feel very supportive of
Oh, yes. So our friend Kelsey is here. She's back.
Hi, everybody.
She's had the twins, as many of you know, and I know so many of you have been interested in her pregnancy, but then also post-pregnancy. What is life like with twins? So we are here with Kelsey, and we are going to be talking all about what it is like to feed your baby, or in your case, babies. So this YMC Live is very proudly sponsored by Nook, and we are going to be giving away something very special. So before I tell you what we're going to be giving away, I want you to do a few things. First of all, if you are an expecting mom, if you are a new mom, even if you're a seasoned mom, this is the YMC Live for you. So I want you to hit that share button, and I want you to share this with all your friends, all your new mom friends, all your expecting mom friends, or you can tag them in the comments below so that they'll make sure that they see this YMC Live. Even if they catch it on the replay, that's okay. So that's the first thing I want you guys to do, okay? The second thing I want you to do is I want you to like this video, because if you like this video, if you share this video, or if you leave me a comment, which is the next thing I'm going to ask you to do, you are going to be entered to win one of 4 Nook prize packs. And these are really fantastic prize packs. So whether you're an expecting mom, or whether you're a brand new mom, or if you're a seasoned mom who knows a new mom, I know a few new moms, this is a fantastic prize pack. You're going to get the Nook Simply Natural bottles, you're going to get the Freemie Collection cups, the breast milk bags, and then of course the washable nursing pads. That is, I mean, a lifesaver prize pack, I want to say.
Pretty much.
The perfect new mom
kind of
prize
has
pack.
everything that you need in the first couple months anyway.
Absolutely. So one of 4 of these could be yours. If you leave me a comment, leave your mom advice for Kelsey. I know that she would love it. You can leave your questions. You can, just tell Kelsey how amazing she is and how wonderful she is as a mom, how good she looks. Fill those comments. But guys, we're going to have a great conversation, and we really want to make sure that you chime in and that this is a full conversation with our YMC community, because Kelsey, a few weeks ago we had this amazing Twitter party.
Yes,
and this
pretty
Twitter
awesome.
party just brought out our YMC community, our new moms, our expecting moms, and we talked all about what it was like to feed your baby, and the questions and the comments and the things that I read during that Twitter party, I know you were part of it as well, were just amazing, because not only was there a ton of support, especially from the seasoned moms, there were so many questions. People were so honest about how they felt.
Totally,
so let's talk a little bit about what your feeding journey was like, and how different or similar it was to what you expected.
First, I would like to say that I need a bottle of whatever is happening here with this energy every day in my morning. Instead of coffee, I would like a bottle of Sarah's energy every day.
First of all, my children are 7 and 9, so I was
feel
not like
very
this.
pepped up right now. I'm like, okay, let's talk babies. Anyway, man, my breastfeeding journey, if you will, was like so off the map of what I would have expected, and I tried really hard to not have expectations, as crazy as that is. Like, I'm sure a lot of people were like, what were you thinking? I was trying to leave doors open where if I thought that things were going to go a certain way and they didn't, I didn't want to be disappointed. But it's really impossible with breastfeeding. I feel like that's just one of those like really polarizing topics among moms of all generations about what makes good and bad and what you should do and shouldn't do. So for me, like, I half expected that, like, after the twins were born, that one of them was going to crawl up and just start suckling, like, automatically, like, on my chest.
Natural,
like, while
right?
I'm still there. Like, that's how easy, or that's how, like, natural, how instinctive it would be for them. And, in reality, I had an emergency C-section, and one of my babies had to go to the NICU. So they were both premature. I actually don't even remember when I first physically was able to breastfeed them, because they were so small when they were born that they didn't have the full reflex yet to actually suckle and swallow. So when I was trying to express colostrum, which is so hard, like, you also think that your milk is just in, right?
Yes.
Like, you just, like, the babies are born, you're like, here you go, I'm fountains of milk, right? Like, it's just not like that.
You're told over and over again, it's natural, it's normal,
Your body
it'll
will do
happen.
it. It doesn't happen that way for everyone. And for me, the amount of effort and work putting into getting like 5 drops of colostrum to give my babies, with probably like 30 or 40 minutes of pumping and trying to hand express, that I had to cup feed to my baby. So think of a little Dixie cup or a little shot glass, and think of the way a kitten drinks milk. We were basically, my husband and I were pouring like little droplets of milk so that they could like just lick them with they couldn't even drink or swallow. And that was probably the first week. And in that experience, we were feeding them formula as well. Like it was right off the bat, was milk, formula, whatever would help them survive, whatever would help them thrive. And I remember being kind of crushed. Like, I'm in the hospital here, I'm pumping, I have lactation consultants coming to help me. My one baby isn't even here. One is here, but she's not drinking and puking, and I'm like, okay, welcome to motherhood, right? Like what do we do now? How do I make this work? And I mean, eventually that grew into a whole other system, but that was the start. Like, that was the very much like being thrown into the fire, like, here you go.
Yeah, I think it's so important that we tell these stories, because for some people it's very easy, and some people it feels very natural and normal, and it just works. Everything works.
There are those unicorn moms that like, my baby did crawl up and just start suckling, and I'm like, sure.
And for some of us, it's not. My experience was very similar. My kids were not in the NICU, but my milk did not come in ever. It was very, very weak, and I had to supplement from the first day, and I never could not supplement. And that was very hard.
That makes me feel
it was
better.
very hard for me. But of course you didn't know that, because we don't talk about it, right? We want everybody to feel like it will be easy, it will be normal.
And you want to tell everyone that you're breastfeeding, right?
You do, because there's a lot of stigma.
I even had some family members be like, once the kids made weight, because that was a huge concern as well. They were so underweight when they were born that the breast milk wasn't enough, that once they made weight, it was like, oh, time to stop feeding the formula. And I'm like, okay.
No, we want our babies to thrive. That is our,
absolutely.
The most important goal is that you want your babies to thrive, and whatever needs to happen, needs to happen. But sometimes it's very hard when you're in those throes of just having had your first child. You already are kind of in chaos. You don't know what's happening.
Absolutely.
The first newborn I ever held was my own. I'd never held a newborn baby.
Actually.
Yeah.
Well, and today you were holding 2.
I was holding the twins right before we came live.
She was feeding them for me, actually.
It was amazing. But, I think there's one message that we can consistently get out to moms who are expecting or new moms. You have to do what you need to do to help your babies to thrive. And that's all that matters.
Everyone is very different. And with me, I had 2 very different babies from the start, right? So, Hunter, my son, was able to breastfeed quite a bit easier than my daughter, who was more on bottles right away. So picture this, at one point when they're 6 weeks old, I'm sitting with both babies. My husband is squeezing one of my breasts into the hamburger, right? So you squeeze them into different food shapes, so I guess the babies can help. It helps them latch. He's squeezing.
I know every mom who's ever breastfed knows exactly what she's talking about.
You're doing a hamburger, you're trying to shove someone's mouth on your breast. Meanwhile, I'm bottle feeding Hayden. With my sibling bottles, actually, and trying to feed Hunter and doing all this stuff, and that was the regular. Yeah. That was just it. And it took an hour. Every feeding took an hour.
This is the kind of discussion I longed to have when I was a new mom. I just needed someone to tell me, yes, it should take an hour, because, that's okay. Or if it takes 10 minutes, that's okay too. Whatever you're doing is normal for you, right?
True.
So, first of all, if you're just joining us, hi, welcome. I'm Sarah, this is Kelsey, and we're talking all about what it is like to feed your babies, the experiences that we've had. We want you to share your experiences as well. So I want you to leave us a comment, give us your best mom advice, ask your questions, and when you leave those comments, you are going to be entered to win one of 4 Nook prize packs. So we have the Simply Natural bottles, we have the Freemie collection cups, we've got the Seal and Go breast milk bags, and the washable nursing pads. All of that in one prize pack, and we're giving away 4 of them. I mean, people, get your comments in. We want to hear about your experiences.
This is something you'd have on your registry, this whole system here. It's great.
Let's talk about it a little bit, because the first thing that I want to talk about is the bottle. Sure. And since you're a pro, and I'm a few years removed from having to give someone a bottle, except that I did it this morning, and it was amazing, and I loved it. Let's talk a little bit about the bottles themselves and what makes them so special.
So I love it's funny when you're like, you're a pro. Normally we'd be like, no, I'm not. I'm like, I actually feel like I am in this case. Like, do you know how many times I've done this? Then Simply Natural bottles are pretty awesome. They are made specifically so that you can ease a transition from breast to bottle. And I know for some new moms, that's a huge concern about usually why they don't introduce bottles right away.
They're afraid of nipple confusion,
Absolutely.
right?
We didn't have a choice. So, we didn't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And finding the right bottle after we introduced our bottles to our babies was more difficult because my daughter was very refluxy. That's not a real word. I'm sorry.
It is
she
now.
had reflux. This might be the first adults conversation that I've had in a while, and the fact that it's live could be potentially dangerous.
Make your words, girl. Go for it.
So with my refluxy daughter, it was hard to find a bottle that allowed her to eat properly without getting gassy and spitting up. And then again, the breast bottle, being able to do that without confusion. And so the Simply Natural bottles are awesome because they have rings around the top, first of all, to make it more like a woman's breast. So it's supposed to be more like mom. And then actually the shape of the nipple, I'm not sure if we're able to get that at all, but the shape of the actual nipple is more like a human woman's nipple. Amazing. So while they're sucking it, it actually acts more like a nipple as well. So the great thing about these bottles and the nipples is that instead of having just one hole that gradually gets larger to, give out more flow, these have a number of holes. So it imitates a breast much more than the ones with the single hole. Mm-hmm. So the spray kind of goes in different, it's 3 different things here for the number 1 bottle. So as the bottles get more advanced, as the babies need a quicker and faster flow or letdown, there's more holes. It's not just bigger holes. Right. So the second, I think, has 5. The third number has 9. And it just allows for the babies to eat more like they would if they were on the breast, which is amazing. It also has this little circle at the top here, which is their air vent flow for anti-colic and anti-gas. This really helps with my daughter personally, which is why we love them so much. But if you use it the wrong way, it can leak and cause some gas. So it is really important to use it so that the circle is at the top and then the flat part of the nipple is down, which actually acts like the breast.
She was actually teaching me that when I was feeding the babies. Here I am, like, I have a 7 and 9-year-old. I don't need to be taught anything. And she's like, Sarah, turn the bottle. And she was right. She totally had it down.
Yeah, we love these.
And I also like, before we go off of those, I really like the wide and flexible, it's wide, it's flexible, it kind of moves and fits the baby's mouth.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
That's often a fear and a worry, is that the baby's not going to have the mouth feel.
Right.
But they actually do get a similar mouth
and you
feel.
can feel that the silicone here is a little bit more soft as well. And these things are definitely, they allow you to get the better latch, right? So if you're especially teaching your newborns on how to latch, that's a whole process, obviously.
Yeah.
It gives them more space for trial and error, which is great. So some of the ones that have a smaller mouth, it could result in a poor latch, but really this goes pretty similar. Oh my goodness.
Similar?
No.
Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know what she's trying to say, folks.
Seamlessly. I'm sorry. Seamlessly.
Leave a comment for Kelsey and tell her all the words that you forget.
Send coffee, please.
It's so good. So, when we were talking about these bottles, I want you guys to remember, especially if you're just joining us live right now, I'm Sarah, this is Kelsey. This is a video proudly sponsored by Nook, and we have some prizes to give away. We're giving away 1 of 4 prize packs, and the prize packs are going to include the Simply Natural bottles that we were just talking about. We've got the Free Me Collection cups, the Seal and Go breast milk bags, and the washable nursing pads. And as you were saying, this is the kind of thing you would see on a baby registry. 100%. It's a must-have for any new mom, for any expecting mom, and you could win one of these for free. How are you going to do that? Let me tell you. You're going to like the video. You're going to share it with all your friends, because sharing is caring, and then you're going to leave us a comment. Whether you've got some advice for Kelsey, you just want to tell her how amazing she is, you have some questions, any of that you can leave in the comments below, or you can just say hi. Hi, it's good to see you guys. We've spent a lot of time together on YMC Live recently. I wanted to talk briefly.
These 2 friends at first baby showers and
stuff.
Have you
really?
Yeah, because you can get them pretty much anywhere.
Oh, so good. Okay, so you can actually get them, since we're going to talk about that, at Amazon, at Shoppers, at Babies R Us. So there's a lot of opportunity to go out and get this.
Totally.
No excuses, right? Let's talk a little bit about the Free Me's, though.
Okay, so the Free Me is it's an attachment for your breast pump. It is not a breast pump itself, which is really important to note. It doesn't contain a base or a motor. So what this is a collection cup that actually fits inside your bra. So for most pumping moms, we have like the most awkward, like the bottles, and if you wear a pumping bra, it's usually like a sports bra with a hole cut in it, and there's like big...
You're like a milking machine.
It is a milking machine. I mean, it's exactly a milking machine. This helps to make it a little more discreet by placing it inside your bra, so you actually don't need a pumping bra, and you don't need to cut a hole in one of your sports bras like I did, and then it's all crazy. But it's pretty great. So it has attachments that go with most major brands and most major motors, which is awesome. So if you love your pump, this will probably fit on it, and it does have some special attachments, I think, for the Medela or machines. But what it does is there's different sizes here for the nipple, the part that goes over your nipple. Basically, it attaches to the collector here like so. The tubing goes in the top, so you want to make sure that the tubing here is at 12 o'clock, which goes on your breast this way. So inside your bra like that, the tubing comes out and attaches to your motor, and it collects right into the cup for you, which is pretty great. When you're done, this also acts as the vessel to pour right into your bottle. So you flip it over, and then
the milk comes right out,
and it goes. So you don't have to put it in something else or worry about spilling. The other thing is I don't know how low we are, sorry, but there's a flat section here. So when you're done, you can put it down, and it's not going to spill.
Oh my goodness, this is okay. Where was this? 9 years ago when I was pumping all the time.
The other cool thing is that there's ounce measurements on the sides. So you can actually see when you can take it out this way and see, as opposed to like, you kind of, there's that way too.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is amazing. And
It's a great idea.
Too, when you give a new mom or an expecting mom these tools, they feel a little empowered. They feel like, I have the right tools. I know now if for some reason, you're like me and you didn't ever have enough breast milk, if you have trouble with the latch, if you're choosing to bottle feed, if you need to have someone babysit, like you have these tools.
Totally.
And it really kind of puts your mind at ease.
Like things like this, or even a pumping bra or something to put it in, when you have two hands free as a pumping mom, it changes your life.
I know.
Like in the hospital and for the first couple of weeks, I'm holding them like old school. You're like, wait, there's something that I can like attach to me that will do this for me.
So
to have
true.
two hands free, you're just like, where is the remote and where is the pizza?
That's all I ever wanted, was to just be able to reach my phone or the remote. Like, that's all I wanted. Yeah. It really is amazing. So, again, if you are just joining us, I'm Sarah, she's Kelsey, this is YMC Live, and we are proudly being sponsored by Nook today, and we are giving away one of 4 prize packs that a new mom in your life, an expecting mom in your life absolutely needs. So to be entered for one of these 4 prize packs, you're going to like this video, you're going to share it, and then you're going to leave us a comment, even if it's just a hello, but we'd actually really love your new mom advice, your questions, your comments. Yeah.
When do people ask you for advice, really?
Right? It's so true.
Advice. Share what you got.
And all of these products are available so widely. You can get them at Amazon, you can get them at Shoppers, you can get them at Babies R Us. But here's the good thing. Like, we've been talking about how this really helps you feel empowered, be prepared. You can really just, make sure your baby thrives. They also have coupons available on their site.
Oh, amazing.
So, yeah, I mean, coupons. We have a friend, Amy, who is a coupon queen. She loves a good coupon, and I know you guys love a good coupon too. So you're gonna visit their site, and we'll leave the site right into the comments.
You don't think you need coupons until you become a mom, and then you're like, give me all the coupons.
All the coupons. How many coupons do you have for me? So on the site, they have a ton of coupons, and I want you guys to make sure that you go check out the site so you can get those coupons, because deal is deal, and we all love a deal, right? What is kind of the biggest lesson that you've learned since becoming a mom? I know you're a mom of twins, which puts you in a completely different category as than most of us, but what's one of the biggest lessons that you've learned?
Like overall?
Yeah.
That it's not up to me. I don't control anything. My day, my life, the feedings, everything is controlled by the babies. They, as much as you can put kids on a schedule and, try and teach them different mannerisms at a young age, you really, you can't. They're in control. So, especially with 2 very different personalities. So I've got boy-girl twins. the big weight difference between them is a big need.
I'm just going to interrupt and say they're the cutest babies in the world. They're so cute.
Except for today.
No, they're so cute.
They're okay. Yes, they're pretty cute.
They're okay.
But yeah, it's not up to me. Like my day is really structured. They lead the way. The babies lead the way, and they will tell you what they need, and they'll tell you when they don't need something. So that's been a really hard thing to learn and to accept, because you think that you need to eat, especially with bottle feeding. Once you get there, you have an amount in mind, right? And you're like, you need to eat this. And for me, with preemie babies and a little bit of anxiety of being a new mom anyway, I was always very concerned that my kids weren't eating enough, that they were underweight. Like, how am I going to fix this? Well, you know what? They were eating what they needed. We were offering them what they should have. Yeah. And they tell us what they wanted. And we're doing solids now. Oh my God. That's a whole other different story.
It's the best.
Right? So yeah, it's my biggest lesson is it's not up to me.
And also, I mean, like, just to add my own lesson here, how your heart can just like multiply a million times. Like, did you ever think you were gonna love anything as much as you love? Like, I know you love your spouse, but the way you love your babies.
You know what? It's probably even more so for my husband. So like when he comes home now from work or from a business trip, the reaction that the babies have to him makes me tear up almost every day. They get so excited that they literally cannot contain themselves, and they're like rocking up on their knees because they can't walk, right? So they're like freaking out, and he runs right to them and like, you know, kiss hello, and it's like, oh, hey, Kel. So I'm like, I know I'm third. It's okay. If I were to come home, it's the same way, right? Yeah. Like, I get it. I'm third place. It's totally fine.
But it's just amazing how that love multiplies and multiplies. Oh, yeah. And it's unbelievable.
And you know what? It's hard for me to understand. Sometimes I'm like, there are two of you, and I made you.
Yeah.
Like, I made you guys.
I made you. I brought you guys into the world.
It really is unbelievable. It's really surreal.
Okay, we're getting emotional and teary, so we should probably wrap this up before everyone starts, you know, just having a good old cry fest with us.
Oh, can I say one thing about these?
Absolutely.
So there's breast milk bags in here. I know there's a lot of breast milk bags, but you know, the great thing about these ones is you won't spill them. They stand up in a different way than the other ones.
Oh.
They stand up so that you can actually pour milk into them while they're standing. And after having spilled milk and literally bawling my eyes out, I just want to say that that's a pretty amazing technology. Nobody knows the pain of spilled milk like a new mom.
It is so, like a new mom who is like just pumped for like an hour and then knocks it over while grabbing her coffee.
Yeah, so at least like all the things here that stand in a way that you can pour things without spilling, like if for no other reason, that's enough to purchase everything.
Friends, this has been such a good talk. I'm so glad to see you again, Kelsey. I know everyone is excited to kind of catch up and learn a little bit about your life. And doesn't she look good, guys? Let her know how good she looks. Man, she has twins. Folks, she has twins. So just before we wrap up, thanks again to our sponsor, Nook. This has been such a great conversation, and I'm so glad that we get to reach out to our community and talk to you guys this way. Don't forget that you still have the opportunity to win one of 4 prize packs thanks to Nook. You can get the Simply Natural bottles, the Freemie Collection cups, the Seal and Go breast milk bags that Kelsey loves, and the washable nursing pads. This is the perfect prize pack for a new mom, for an expecting mom, and if you're a seasoned mom, you can give it away to somebody who you know will love and need it. Thanks again to our sponsor, Nook. You guys, thanks again for tuning in, whether you're tuning in live or on the replay. We love our YMC community. I say it every time, but you guys are the best. We'll see you next time.
So honestly, I love this thing so much.
Washable nursing.
So many of them I tried to stick inside my bra, and they would like fall out in the most random places. Just